Now let's discuss the values that I've used in my whitewater simulation of our fluid crash. Actually, I used this whitewater scale and this Foxy size. In the emission tab, I've discussed those before: 0.02 velocity offset, 5 span, and the aging rates. In the limits, I've discussed those before. And actually, I've reduced the base advection strength to 1 in order not to get the trails that I've told you about in the last video. Actually, the base velocity multiplier is by default 1. I have reduced it to 0.75. This is by default 5. I have reduced it to 1. And in the foam, I have changed this depth range of clumping -0.25 to 1.5. The maximum neighbors to 40. I've changed it. I have not changed these parameters here. I haven't enabled the erosion. I have changed the feature size range of the repellents to 0.08, 0.25, strength range the strength range from 2.5 to 7.5, the noise range from 0.4 to 1. Actually, this will not make very strong changes. The control range of adhesion, I didn't want so much adhesion, so I have reduced the control range to 0.1, and the velocity angle I've set it to 45. And I don't think this will give so much changed results. But anyway, those are the values that I've used. I have disabled OpenCL. Actually, it's very important to enable your state attribute, and this state attribute is a string attribute that represents the state of the particle, whether if it's foam, spray, or bubble, or a bubble. Okay, so if you see here in the geometry spreadsheet, for example, in the geometry here, if you start simulating the first or second frames here, actually in those frames we don't have whitewater, so I think here in my whitewater import, here is my cache whitewater simulation, and I can see the attributes on it. Okay, it's just reloading particles. And if we see here, okay, man. And here we have an attribute called bubble, an attribute called foam, and an attribute called spray, and those attributes represent the state of the particle, whether it's a foam or a spray particle or a bubble. The more value you have here in the attribute means that this particle is nearer to this larger value attribute. Okay, so here this particle has 0.46 bubble attribute and 0.15 foam, so it's nearer to be a bubble than it's to be a foam. Okay, and here is the same thing, I think. Okay, so this will be useful for coloring or deleting bubbles, for example, and representing the foam. Okay, so this is for this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget your state attributes, because you may use them in rendering. You may want to isolate the bubbles, foam, or the spray. And don't forget to disable OpenCL, because you will get very a very stupid crashing if you don't disable it, unless you have a very good GPU. Okay, thank you for watching.